If you've ever felt stuck in a cycle of going to bed too late, waking up groggy, and never quite feeling rested, this series is for you. In Sleep Hack Series Volume 3, we're focusing on how to reset your sleep cycle naturally, without relying on medications or drastic lifestyle changes. Understand your circadian rhythm. Your body's sleep-wake cycle is governed by circadian rhythms, internal clocks influenced by light, food, temperature, and habits. Circadian rhythms are not just about sleep. They impact everything from hormone production to digestion and mood. The central circadian clock is located in the brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, a tiny region of about 20,000 neurons. This master clock synchronizes with environmental cues, the most powerful being light. When your circadian rhythm is in sync, you feel alert during the day and sleepy at night. However, modern life often disrupts this balance. Late-night screen time, erratic meal schedules, shift work, and inconsistent sleep patterns all confuse your internal clock. Signs that your circadian rhythm might be off include struggling to fall asleep at a regular time, waking up feeling tired despite adequate sleep duration, experiencing a mid-afternoon energy slump, or feeling wide awake late at night. Understanding how your body's clock works helps you identify whether you're a morning person, a night owl, or somewhere in between. This isn't just about preference, it's partially genetic. But even if you're naturally inclined toward late nights, your environment and habits can push your circadian rhythm earlier or later. One practical first step is tracking your current sleep patterns. Keep a sleep diary or use a sleep tracking device for 2 weeks. Note your bedtimes, wake times, sleep quality, and energy levels throughout the day. Patterns will emerge that give you clues about where your rhythm might be misaligned. Another useful tool is measuring exposure to light. Many wearable devices now track light exposure to see if you're getting enough bright light during the day and minimizing light at night. Adjusting this balance is the foundation of resetting your cycle. Circadian rhythm research also highlights secondary clocks in peripheral tissues like the liver and gut. This means your eating schedule can influence your sleep-wake timing too. Meal timing, exercise, and temperature all send cues to your body's clocks. We'll explore these in upcoming sections. In sum, understanding your circadian rhythm is about observing your body's natural patterns and recognizing where modern habits might have pushed it off course. The following parts will guide you through concrete steps to realign and optimize this powerful internal system. Morning light exposure. One of the most effective and accessible ways to reset your sleep cycle is through controlled light exposure. Light is the master regulator of your body's internal clock. It signals to your brain when it's time to be awake and when it's time to wind down. The science behind this is tied to the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, mentioned earlier. Light enters your eyes, not through conscious vision, but through specialized cells called intrinsically photosensitive retinal ganglion cells, iPRGCs. These cells are particularly sensitive to blue light and send signals directly to your SCN, impacting melatonin production. Morning sunlight is crucial because it sets the timer for your entire circadian rhythm. Exposure to bright natural light within 30 to 60 minutes of waking tells your body it's time to be alert. It also starts a countdown. Roughly 14 to 16 hours later, your body will begin producing melatonin to prepare for sleep. In practical terms, aim to get at least 10 to 30 minutes of outdoor light exposure as soon as possible after waking up. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is significantly more powerful than indoor artificial lighting. On a bright sunny day, outdoor light can reach up to 100,000 lux. Even a cloudy day provides around 1,000 lux, while typical indoor lighting sits between 100 to 500 lux. If getting outside isn't always an option due to weather or schedule, consider investing in a light therapy box. These devices emit bright, white light calibrated to support circadian alignment. Use them for 20 to 30 minutes during your morning routine while reading, working, or having breakfast. Another critical factor is angle and duration. Light from above the horizon, morning light, signals wakefulness, while light from below the horizon, late evening light, can confuse your system. For best results, face toward the sun without sunglasses for part of your morning light exposure. Glasses and contact lenses usually allow enough light through, but sunglasses filter out the critical wavelengths. For shift workers or those with irregular schedules, manipulating light exposure becomes even more important. If you wake up at night or in the late afternoon, try to mimic morning light conditions as soon as you rise. Artificial light sources can help simulate daylight, but prioritize bright white light rather than yellow or warm tones. Finally, limit exposure to bright light late in the evening. Dimming household lights, using warm-colored bulbs, and avoiding screens an hour before bed all reinforce your natural sleep-wake rhythm. Combining strong morning light with reduced evening light creates a clear contrast that strengthens your internal clock. Personal experience echoes this advice. Countless individuals report that consistent morning light exposure, combined with regular wake times, makes falling asleep easier and helps eliminate the groggy feeling many experience upon waking. It's simple, free, and remarkably effective. Consistent wake-up times. If there's one habit that matters most in resetting your sleep cycle, it's waking up at the same time every single day. This isn't just about avoiding grogginess. It's the key anchor for your body's entire circadian rhythm. Your wake-up time sends a strong signal to your brain, telling it when to release hormones like cortisol that help you feel alert and when to start winding things down for sleep later on. Why is wake-up time more important than bedtime? Because falling asleep isn't entirely under conscious control. You can't force yourself to fall asleep the moment you want, but you can control when you get up. By choosing a consistent wake-up time, even if you didn't sleep perfectly, you train your body to adjust its sleep drive naturally. Over days and weeks, this builds a solid internal clock. Most adults do best waking between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., but the exact time depends on your lifestyle and natural chronotype. Once you pick your ideal time, the challenge becomes sticking with it, even on weekends or after a late night. This is where many people fall into the trap of social jet lag. Sleeping in 3 hours on Saturday feels good temporarily, but throws off your Monday rhythm. Here are real-world strategies to help lock in your wake-up time. Use light as your ally. Open the blinds or step outside as soon as you wake up. Morning light amplifies the wake-up signal. Some people even use smart blinds or sunrise alarm clocks that simulate natural dawn. Avoid snooze cycles. Repeatedly hitting snooze fragments your sleep and confuses your body clock. Place your alarm across the room so you have to get up physically. Reward your mornings. Build a ritual you enjoy, whether it's coffee, a short walk, journaling, or quiet reading. If mornings feel rewarding, consistency gets easier. Be flexible with small adjustments. If life throws off your schedule temporarily, shift back gradually. For example, if you've been waking at 9 a.m. during vacation, shift back by 15 to 30 minutes per day until you return to your target time. Track your progress. Use a sleep tracker or simple journal to log wake-up times. Seeing patterns helps reinforce habits. Case in point, a listener from Austin shared how setting a 6:30 a.m. wake-up alarm, even after late nights, transformed her sleep. Within 2 weeks, she was falling asleep more easily and no longer felt groggy mid-morning. The big lesson? Consistency beats perfection. Life happens. Occasional variations won't wreck your progress, but over the long term, maintaining a stable wake-up time builds a strategic napping and caffeine use. Both napping and caffeine can either help or hurt your efforts to reset your sleep cycle, depending entirely on how you use them. They're tools, but like any tool, if misused, they backfire. Let's start with napping. When used intentionally, naps can boost energy, improve mood, and even enhance learning and memory. The key factors are timing and duration. A short nap of around 10 to 20 minutes, what many call a power nap, provides just enough rest to refresh your brain without dropping you into deeper sleep stages that make it hard to wake up. Anything beyond 30 minutes increases the risk of sleep inertia, that foggy, groggy feeling after waking up. Even more importantly, naps too late in the day reduce your natural sleep pressure, the buildup of adenosine in your brain that helps trigger sleep at night. To support resetting your sleep cycle, aim to nap before 2 p.m. and keep it short. Now, caffeine. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors in your brain, preventing that sleepy feeling. While it boosts alertness in the short term, it doesn't replace real rest and can linger in your system much longer than people realize. Caffeine's half-life is about 5 to 7 hours, so a 3 p.m. coffee could still affect your ability to fall asleep at 10 p.m. That's why one of the most effective sleep resets starts with setting a hard caffeine cutoff time. No caffeine after 1 to 2 p.m. for most people. This isn't just about coffee. Green tea, chocolate, sodas, energy drinks, even certain medications contain caffeine. If you're sensitive, all of these can have an effect. Another helpful strategy is to delay your first coffee by an hour or two after waking up. Your body naturally releases cortisol as part of its wake-up process. By waiting on caffeine, you let that process work first, making your alertness more stable throughout the morning. If you're working night shifts or need extra alertness at odd hours, caffeine can still play a role, but time it carefully. Use smaller, spaced-out doses rather than large single servings, and avoid caffeine entirely within 6 hours of your target bedtime. Many people also report success switching from coffee to tea or herbal alternatives in the afternoon. Green tea contains L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes calm focus without the same jittery effects as coffee. One listener from California shared that after switching to matcha in the mornings and cutting out afternoon coffee completely, her sleep onset time improved by over 30 minutes within a week. In summary, naps and caffeine can be powerful allies, but only if you respect their timing and impact. Think of both as part of your sleep strategy. Used thoughtfully, they help maintain steady energy during the day and smooth transitions into restful sleep at night. Evening wind-down adjustments. Your pre-bedtime habits can make or break your sleep reset efforts. The things you do in the last 60 to 90 minutes before bed play a powerful role in signaling your body that it's time to shift gears from activity and alertness to rest and recovery. This period is often called the wind-down window, and how you use it determines how easily and deeply you'll sleep. One of the first adjustments to focus on is light management. As mentioned earlier, bright light, especially from screens, can suppress melatonin production and delay your natural sleep onset. About an hour before bed, start dimming the lights around your home. Switch to lamps with warm-colored bulbs, use dimmers if you have them, or try smart bulbs set to nighttime modes. Avoid overhead fluorescent or LED lights during this time. For screens, if you must use devices, enable blue light filters or wear amber-tinted glasses that block blue wavelengths. These are not perfect solutions, but are better than nothing. Ideally, aim for 30 to 60 minutes completely screen-free before bed. During this window, focus on non-digital activities that relax your mind. Next, consider meal timing. Late-night eating can disrupt your circadian rhythm and digestion. Try to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you need a snack closer to bed, choose something light and easy to digest, such as a small portion of nuts, yogurt, or a banana. Avoid heavy, spicy, or high-sugar foods late at night. Temperature also plays a role. About an hour before bed, lower your room temperature slightly if possible. Taking a warm or bath helps initiate the cooling process that promotes sleep. Once you're out, the gradual cooling signals to your body that it's time to wind down. Establish a relaxing wind-down routine that works for you. Common elements include gentle stretching or yoga, reading a physical book, journaling, breathwork or meditation exercises. This routine should feel enjoyable and consistent. The more regular your wind-down sequence becomes, the more your body associates those specific actions with preparing for sleep. Some people also find supplements helpful, such as magnesium glycinate, melatonin in small regulated doses, or herbal teas containing chamomile, valerian root, or lemon balm. Always consult a healthcare provider before introducing supplements to your routine. Finally, mindset matters. Avoid mentally stimulating conversations, difficult work tasks, or emotionally charged activities right before bed. Allow yourself this time as a form of self-care. Evening wind-down adjustments aren't just about one habit. It's about creating a consistent system that tells your body every night, it's time to sleep. Combined with the other strategies in this series, a solid wind-down routine helps lock in your reset sleep cycle naturally and sustainably. If you found this guide helpful, share it with someone else who might be struggling with their sleep cycle. Drop a comment below with your biggest sleep struggle or success story. And don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Health Shift for more weekly wellness insights that help you live, sleep, and feel better naturally.